I do also find that interesting. Like, did you ever in school, like when you would get different colored notebooks, did you have like certain colors you would assign to certain topics?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was your math? Three,
Math,
two, one.
blue.
Blue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Manic
Pixie.
Jump Scare. Hosted by Quinn Murphy
And Becca Hobart.
Hi,
Hi.
we're
We're Quinn.
Quinn. And
And
we're
we're
Becca.
Becca.
And welcome to Manic Pixie Jump Scare, a podcast where we talk openly about our shared delusions
Passions and
and
love
love
for
for
each
each
other.
other. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no.
Hi, Becca.
Hey, Quinn. Nice to
Oh
meet you.
my goodness, nice to meet you. I'm glad we're finally doing this.
Yeah.
Episode 11.
Ooh, lucky.
Episode 11. We'll get into what exactly all that means.
Mm-hmm.
But first, of course, as is customary, even if this might be a special episode, as you will learn,
Yeah.
Becca and I are just going to start it how we always do, with a
Mhm.
good old little catch up about what's going on in our lives. And so, yeah, Becca, what is
Mhm.
up? What's the tea? What's the goss?
Well, I actually told you this yesterday, but we can talk about it more right now. And that is, I have been suffering from the art of the sleigh, especially in my workplace, because
Oh,
unfortunately, I have been promoted.
unfortunately. Oh my God, yay.
Thank you.
Becca.
It's just crazy because I've worked there for a month, and for a quarter of the time I've worked there, I was on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been doing this podcast longer than your job.
Yeah, literally.
You've had multiple jobs throughout the course of this podcast, which is still in its
Podcast.
nascent stages, some might say.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm becoming just a lead cashier at
Yeah.
Ulta Beauty.
Yeah.
So it's a little more responsibility, a little more money, and a little more hours.
Per.
Yeah, and it's like kind of a stepping stone, I guess, to being like low level management. So
Per.
it's just crazy, and it's crazy how much more I like it here than at Starbucks, even though I thought I really liked Starbucks.
Yeah.
It's just because you know what? I know that you're not a fan of this, but I love small talk. I love to be like, oh, like you have, like the little things about someone's life.
Yeah.
If someone's like, I'm going on vacay, I'm like, OMG, where are you going?
Uh-huh.
Like, why are you buying this travel size shampoo, conditioner? I got
What's that
to
all
know.
about? I my relationship with small talk is a little bit complicated because, like, well, first of all, Small Talk by Katy Perry, great song.
Yeah.
Second of all, like small talk as an actual concept, I think it kind of depends on the energy a little
Okay.
bit, because as I work as a college tour guide for only like a couple more days. My last day is Friday. Fun fact.
Whoa. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Crazy.
Yeah. And
Congrats.
so obviously a big part of our job is like mingling with the families and stuff. And something I've noticed about small talk is just I'm someone who very much matches energy, especially in like a scenario like that. Like I'm a little bit of like an energy matcher. And so like if you're giving me nothing, I'm not going to be someone to pull it out of you. In like a small talk context, maybe in other contexts, but like, and so, but if like somebody's, really down for the kiki, then I could talk. I'll get to know people. They'll be my best friend by the time we're leaving. And so I could see how like in your environment where it's like, oh, I want this effect with my cosmetic. I want this stuff, this stuff, this stuff. It could be a little bit easier.
Yes.
We're not
It's
easier,
also,
just like different than what I'm used to.
Yeah, it's easier to like start a conversation about something interesting.
Yeah.
Especially with like, I love to talk about also just makeup. And I'm like,
Yeah.
have you tried that? Do you like that? And then we talk for a little bit. I will say most of the clientele is really sweet and kind.
Yeah.
But we do get some stragglers that are a little strange. There was a woman the other day. Oh, girl, she had come in and she picked up a full-size product and brought it to my register. And she was like, "This is my birthday gift. I'm trying to check out." And I was like, "Actually, no." Like, so actually,
Oh, so you
the
only get
birthday
like a
gift, it's
like
like
a
the
little
trial
sampler.
size. And we have it behind the counter. Like, we don't sell it. We don't put it out. And we had run out of the July gift by then because it was July 31st. So we run out of them usually in the first 2 weeks of the month.
Yeah.
And so that's why you got to run to Ulta and get your gift. And most
Can you
people
come
know
anytime
that.
in your birth month?
Yes, you can.
Wow.
Yep. Yep. And they do tell you that in the email.
Really?
Yeah, they let you know.
So people aren't reading their emails.
Nope. People are
Something else I run
lying
into
to
in my job. A
themselves.
lot of people don't read the emails.
A lot of people just don't want to be prepared for
Which
situations.
I cannot
It's
understand.
crazy.
I cannot understand as somebody who reads like every email to me
Mm-hmm.
a couple times.
You are really thorough with your email. You've
I
told me a lot of information, especially pit email stuff, because I just delete those.
yeah, I also like keep like I don't really delete emails anymore. I used to try to like spam and stuff, like, you know, for my email that gets all like the promotions and stuff, like I'll go through and delete that. But like
Yeah.
like when it comes to like my school email, like what if I need to
Mhm.
call something back up?
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's fair enough. But yeah, anyway, this lady, she unfortunately did have like around 5 teeth and was trying to yell at me and like could barely. And I was like, "Girl, I'm so
Like, ma'am, I
sorry.
can't understand.
I can't understand." And
Mhm.
it's also, I'm sorry about your birthday. You're gonna have to ruin it and you have to go. But yeah,
You're
she was
going
like,
home, sweetie.
"You're going home, sweetie, empty-handed, unfortunately." But yeah, but most people are really nice. So I'm liking
Yeah.
it. I'm excited to move up and I'm feeling good.
So you just like manage the cashiers? Do you like train people? Like, are you like, so here's how the register
Yeah.
works? Okay,
Yeah, I'm
work.
like low key that girl. Yeah. So
Oh.
yeah, I'm like the spokesperson also for, it's much like being a director. My
Mm-hmm.
vision of the cashiers
Yeah.
will play out. And, you know, when they want to take their breaks, I let them know.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a little more responsibility. It's nothing crazy, but
Oh my
yeah.
God. Well,
Yeah.
moving up that corporate ladder, one day Becca
Do, do,
can be a
do, do.
billionaire too.
Yeah, I feel it coming.
Yeah. Me
So that
having to
has
eat
me feeling
Becca.
good. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. No. But I know something has you feeling really good.
Oh my God.
Maybe.
Wait, no, I do need to talk about this because Beyonce came on this bitch mad as hell because if you have not like done this yet, I think I'm going to encourage you to just turn this podcast off.
Oh no, I haven't listened yet either.
And well, Becca, I can take it for today. You have more important things to do in the field.
All right.
Beyonce's Renaissance is like next level shit. Like it is so insanely good. I listened to it like right away on Friday. I work really early on Fridays, and so this summer has been kind of nice because I'll get up and like new albums will be out, and so I'll listen to them while I'm doing my morning pages, and so like I can like have a little preview of them. And so I was listening to this album at like 6:30 a.m. on a Friday, or not that early. It was probably around like 8 a.m. on a Friday, and I was like, it's just like a dance house, like 90s, like it's like everything from like the 70s through like the 90s.
Ooh,
like there's everything of that oeuvre kind of on the album. It's very influenced by ballroom, and like the music of ballroom and stuff. Like the ballrooms must be going crazy around the nation because and people are catwalking, dipping, spinning,
Yeah,
all of it to this music because it is very much that.
I know
And
I did originally tell you that I needed to be laying down while listening, and you said you would
and you will be getting up. If that's the case,
So,
you will be getting up. No, I
think I'm
literally
gonna have to hot girl walk and listen.
there was a moment at my work where I was just like, I went in a closet at my work and I just listened to the album and I started dancing like just by myself in a closet at work because I couldn't deny it. I couldn't deny the effect the music was having on my body. And
Wow. What a metaphor.
I've been feeling a little less emotional since cancer season has ended, but the music was so good I wanted to cry. Like it made me emotional just how good it was.
Wow.
Like, and it's not crying music at all. It is the exact opposite. It's like taking a key bump of cocaine music. Like that's the kind of music it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And the fact that she put this out as monkeypox is surging, crazy.
Ooh.
Beyonce is like, it's a public health risk, this album, I do believe as well. But
no.
I can't make the music not slap.
Well, we can all dance and not touch each other.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's fine.
Just like be like, but like
uns away from me.
Uns, but not like on top of me.
Yeah.
And even then we can negotiate. But anyway, no. Oh, it's so good. And I think my mother had a similar impulse today because something I need to talk about, which I don't know if I should put her on blast like this, but my mom and I share a Spotify technically, but not really because it's my Spotify. And so she's logged into my Spotify on her phone, I should say. Okay. And so she goes on Spotify and like if I'm listening to something, my phone will just like change really quickly and then I'll see like, oh, like another device is trying to like come on. And so I usually most of the time it is to listen to our podcast. So I'll be like, okay, let me give her a sec.
How sweet. Yeah.
And also I listen to podcasts on 1.5 speed. And so she must think we're like
you do?
Yeah, because I listen to so many, I truly can't listen to them at normal speed. And now I've gotten accustomed to it where when I hear people speak at like normal speed on a podcast, I'm like, why are they talking so slow?
I actually have listened to ours faster before and I do like it.
No, especially for like comedy, it just makes it funnier.
Yeah, because we're like
just bigger, faster, funnier. And so yeah. And it's also for podcasts that put out long episodes. It just helps you get through them quicker. It makes them a little bit more digestible.
Yeah, how sweet.
And you can train yourself to be like, you can move up. Like I started at 1.2 and then eventually it was 1.5. But yeah. But anyway, my mom, like I think she did come on today. I was listening to music and then randomly like a random Beyonce song just came on without me touching my phone at all. And I think she was trying to listen to the new Beyonce album.
Or a gift from God.
Yeah. They said you gotta turn off the Charlie XCX and start listening to Beyonce. And I'm like, well, I listened like half the album in the shower today. I don't know what more it wants from me. But yeah. Some of my favorite tracks. Something about me is that I'm a Cuff It girl.
Okay.
All my Cuff It stands need to rise up. That's probably my favorite one right now. Also Alien Superstar is one a lot of other people are talking about. That's amazing. The transition from Energy into Break My Soul.
I've listened to Break My Soul.
Yeah, Break My Soul.
Obviously.
Well, like everybody's or a lot of people are saying, because I am also on this train, like Break My Soul, like it makes a lot, it just feels a lot better in the context of like listening to the album. Because I like listened to it and I was like, okay, cool. But then like hearing it on the album for the first time, because it transitions from another song and it just like gets you so like amped up for the song. And Queens in the front and the Dons in the back. Yeah. Virgo's Groove. Like Beyonce's like vocals on this album too, even though it is like a dance record, she's like, I am not depriving you of my vocals. She does all these like gorgeous runs at the end of this song called Virgo's Groove. And you guys know, I'm not like that with Virgos. Like if something has Virgo energy on it, I'm not immediately like, I need to bring myself towards that thing. In fact, most of the time I'm like, I need to space myself out. But Virgo's
I
groove.
actually love a Virgo. I think it's one of the better earth signs.
But you're a Cancer.
Thank you.
Exactly. But Virgos, yeah. I don't know. Virgos are just, I like Virgo. I've been very close to Virgos at different points in my life. It's just sometimes they do things that frustrate me.
Do you prefer Capricorns?
Yes.
Yeah.
Capricorns are by far and away my favorite earth sign.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, sun sign, we'll say.
Okay.
Oh my God, Grace Jones is on this album. Like literally,
I didn't know that.
Yes, Grace Jones is on this album.
Wow.
On Move, and I'm a huge Grace Jones fan. Heated, Thick. A.G. Cook produced a song called All Up in Your Mind. Literally.
Okay.
America Has a Problem, and the problem is just that Beyonce is sexy. That's what you find out by listening to the song. Pure Honey, Summer Renaissance. Honestly, every album, I named most of the tracks, but all of them smack. It's an amazing album.
Wow.
I'll be thinking about it for a long time. Literally, nice. No, yeah. This might be her album of the year.
Good.
But I don't know, because her and Adele, they're on the same release schedule. So Beyonce said maybe we'll try to put this one away again. But yeah, oh my God, it's such a good album. That's your homework if you haven't listened to it, including my co-host.
Yeah, we'll do it. I swear.
You need to listen. But yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And also something I did today was, I guess we'll launch this with the viewers now that Becca and I have had our internal communication about this. But I am going to be doing some traveling coming up in a couple of months. Yes. And so as a part of that, actually a week ago today, I went to a travel clinic, because basically when you go to some certain places in the world, it's good to be like vaccinated for things you don't necessarily need when, you know, you're in the States and stuff.
Yeah.
One of those things is typhoid.
Oy.
Yeah. Which is a foodborne illness. And so basically there are two different types of vaccines for it. One that's like your typical like shot vaccine that lasts for 3 years, and the other that is an oral vaccine.
Oh.
Yeah, that you take over the course of 8 days.
So you eat the typhoid.
Literally. And it's a live vaccine. And because it's a live vaccine, it provides more immunity. And I started it today. So I literally was like, the woman had me like scared, because she was very nice and she was very like good, but like I just get scared with stuff like this. And so she was like, because there were all these instructions. So first of all, you have to keep them refrigerated. So they've been in my refrigerator for like a week. Second, you need to take them on an empty stomach and then eat a big meal like an hour afterwards.
Okay.
And so yeah, those are like the instructions. And then I was like, and basically it's like kind of like they're supposed to cause nausea. Luckily I didn't feel like too much of anything. I felt like a little something. And then there was like one other little thing, but like I wasn't like, you know, because I had to time them out, because I'm going to a concert tomorrow and Friday. And so I didn't want to be like taking them in case there were like adverse side effects or anything, because it's also an alternating day schedule. So I don't take the next pill until we're filming this on a Tuesday. I don't take it till a Thursday.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Wow. Well, I wish you all the luck with that.
Yeah. So I'm eating typhoid currently.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Imagine like eating the typhoid thing and then drinking a kombucha. All the live things in your stomach would probably just
they start fighting each other.
Like, I know.
In there.
Literally in there. You would have to take the magic school bus to watch it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm putting typhoid in my body. But yeah. But Becca, do you have anything else you would like to update the audience on, or?
Yeah, because actually it's August now, which will probably be true when this episode comes out.
Salt air. The air is so salty. Has anyone noticed that?
On the door.
And my doors are rusting over. Like, I don't know.
Has anyone needed anything more?
Does anyone want to meet me behind the mall?
Anyway. But I consider August actually to be fall time.
Okay, now how that work?
To me? Because to me, The word August is very tan. And also I picture like
not the synesthesia coming out.
I know. I picture like harvesting fields and that being very tan. And it makes me think of corn, which makes me think of September, which is definitely fall. And that makes me think of Halloween, which is in fall.
Oh my
so
God.
Basically, happy Halloween, my favorite holiday.
Yeah.
I love it.
Speaking of travel, I'm going to be out of the country for Halloween, I'm pretty sure.
Whoa.
Which makes me very sad.
Do they celebrate Halloween in other places?
I don't think so. I think it's like a specifically American thing. And also Mexico, but it's like a very different thing in Mexico.
Whoa.
Días de los Muertos. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I've never taken Spanish.
Yeah,
but
it's okay.
Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. August.
Crazy.
I'll just say it's very hot for fall time, but fall doesn't really exist anymore because of climate change.
Kind of done.
She's kind of out.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm starting to get pumpkin scented things. I'm very excited.
You're like, I'm rearing up. I feel like August to me is blue.
Okay.
I do not. Do you have like synesthesia?
Maybe, I guess. Because to me, July is blue. September's orange. October's black. November's like burnt red. December's baby blue. January's white.
Yeah, December is definitely blue.
February's red, obviously.
Yeah, February's red.
March is
I feel like I haven't thought about it enough. But I do also find that interesting. Like, did you ever in school, like when you would get different colored notebooks, did you have like certain colors you would assign to certain topics?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was your math? 3,
math?
2, 1.
Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever we do a countdown.
The way you got so excited about that. Oh my God.
Because whenever we do a countdown, we say the same thing. I have tears in my eyes. I don't even want to do it for the other subjects just in case we don't get them the same thing.
Yeah, no reason to ruin this. No reason to ruin this good moment.
But I will put it out there that history is green. Okay. There we go. It doesn't even need to be said. Wait, are you disagreeing or are you agreeing?
I don't know.
Okay. So let's close that book.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I feel like I haven't thought. I've never like actually consciously gone. It kind of did depend a little bit on what was available when we went back to school shopping. Which, by the way, my Super Bowl when I was a kid, back to school shopping.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
What do you think I said?
Super Bowl, and I immediately thought,
Super Bowl.
Did you have a bowl cut?
Oh, I did have a bowl cut. Very much, yeah.
3, 2, 1, bowl cut. Weird. I can picture it though.
Me with a bowl cut?
Yeah, I can.
Oh yeah, 1000%. Well, it was just what you did. Justin Bieber was a thing, and so it was just what everybody did.
Yeah.
Also, something about me is that I don't know if we've talked about. I feel like we have talked about it on the pod, but I've always loved hair. That grows out of one's head. Like I love playing with hair. I love like the feel of hair. And when I was a child, I used to cut my own hair a lot.
To play with it?
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I would like give myself haircuts, and then my mom would see me and be like, "Okay, so what happened here?"
You would drink
and I'd be like,
your Wawa coffee. Give yourself a bowl cut.
Literally.
Oh my God.
Be like, yeah. So my mom would always be like, "So what happened here?" And I'm like, "I don't know what you mean actually by that."
I was having a good fucking time. Weird.
Oh my goodness. Well, I believe we are adequately caught up because Becca and I actually have something quite special for you guys. As we teased in our last episode, which was our 10th episode, Becca and I love camp. And so we decided not to have a 10th episode special on our 10th episode because that would make too much sense. When you guys think we're going to zig, we like to zag. And so we are instead going to have our 10th episode special on our 11th episode. The details of which will be revealed when we return.
Guys, I'm scared.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And we're back.
Okay. We're back. And so as we just teased, we have something very special planned for our 10th episode special. Becca and I, we were at the drawing board, as we are every week for this episode, and saying, how could we do something to, commemorate these first 10 episodes of this product we are so proud of?
Yeah.
And somehow me and Becca, we love a game.
Love a game.
Our favorite?
Love a game.
Spin the bottle, but we can't really play that because
I don't know.
I don't know. All
right.
We'll figure out how to play. There will definitely be a spin the bottle episode of the pod, but
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
But we decided, how can we gamify this little podcast we have built over these past couple of months? And so we reached out to some of our most loyal fans and invited them to compete in a once-in-a-lifetime trivia contest for a special prize that will be revealed in just a few minutes. But before we get to the rules of the game, as well as the prize that comes along with winning the game, we want to tell you a little bit more about our 3 contestants. So contestant number 1, hailing from the South Hills of Pittsburgh, this contestant is already a prolific member of the MPJ family. She can usually be found fiddling around on a guitar while writing some cool tunes. It's Nan Mahesh.
Woo!
Oh my goodness, Nan, how are you?
I'm kind of slaying a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean a lot.
Yeah, because you're here. You made it here.
Famously, after years of hard work.
Okay. Yeah.
It took so much.
And so, Nan, what is like your strategy going into the game, would you say?
One thing about me is I never lose. So
Okay.
my strategy is to be
Whoa.
myself. And if I don't win, I still won because I never lose, famously.
Bold claims. Bold
Per
claims.
Liana. Okay,
Love it.
work.
Yeah.
And that's Nan, everybody.
Welcome.
And now, contestant number 2, an Upper Dublin, Pennsylvania native. This contestant can be found teaching tennis lessons with her mother in the summer, while her boyfriend is off being a camp counselor. It's Lauren Taylor.
Woo!
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Oh my gosh, of course, Lauren. I like your little like I like your little background.
Thanks. My room is Paris themed. I
Okay.
have many of Eiffel Towers in my room.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I've had many an Eiffel Tower in my room, so that's what's interesting about that, actually.
Dang it. You said it first. Dang it. Nice.
But yes, Lauren, we're so
Welcome,
glad to have you
Lauren.
on board today.
Thanks for coming.
And now for our 3rd contestant. Our final contestant is the favorite daughter of Twigtown, Maryland. She can usually be found caring for a baby girl with a full set of teeth or with her good friend Nan. It's Molly Twig.
Woo!
Oh my God.
Hey guys.
Hey, Molly.
Hey, Molly.
So,
How are
Molly,
you?
Yes.
I'm feeling, guys, I'm feeling like every moment of my life has led to this.
Wow.
And that's how you should be
feel that
feeling
as
in this
well.
moment, I think, actually.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I've decided.
okay, well,
Love to
everybody,
hear it.
these are our 3 contestants, 3 super fans picked from the bunch. Becca and I've never met these people before in our lives. And so today we are going to test their knowledge of this little podcast that they claim to know so much about. So now we will have a little discussion of how our game will proceed. So, as I alluded to already, this will be a trivia contest. So, this trivia contest will be played in 3 rounds. During each of those rounds, each contestant will be asked one question about MPJ trivia in the order they were presented. So, Nan, you are first, Lauren, you are second, and Molly, you are third. So, our first round will consist of true or false questions, and each question is worth 2 points. And I will explain the rounds a little bit more as we go along. But that first round will be full of true or false questions. And now something truly special. We invited these people, not telling them at all what they will get as a result of winning this game. So Becca, would you do the honor of announcing the prize for winning our trivia contest today?
Of course. So right now, you 3 are appearing on our show as contestants. The winner of this trivia contest will receive the first official guest spot on MPJ, where you will talk at length with us, me and Quinn, people who you don't know yet. You will get to talk to us about you, which is going to be crazy. And you will also be the first guest to receive a Stan List entry, forever changing the MPJ universe.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So think about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Consider that. And
as
answer
Jeff
with your heart and
Probst
soul.
would say, worth playing for?
Yes, Jeff.
Obviously.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Lauren. Okay.
I feel like the people listening on Spotify just did not see our faces, but
Yeah.
we're all
Yeah, no.
They were a
pretty-
gag.
And this will be recorded. So if you ever want to watch this game unfold in real life,
Mm-hmm.
you can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. And so now that we know what's at stake, what are we feeling?
A little bit fear, but a lot of happiness.
Okay,
Good.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I was gonna cheat, but now I'm definitely gonna cheat.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, Becca and I do love lying, but ultimately it's up to
Taylor.
honor code. What if I got one of those like softwares that like professors use and was like
Recording your screen.
literally? I'm like, who is cheating? Anyway, well,
yeah.
you will only have 15 seconds to answer each question, or kind of around that time frame. So don't be pulling any funny business. You might not have time, actually. Okay.
Yeah, probably not.
So without further ado, I believe it's about time we get into our first round. And
I have a
so,
question.
yeah, Molly,
Yeah.
yes.
Do we have to how do we say we know the answer?
No. So
We just
you will
say
be
it?
no, you will be asked the questions individually.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like your
definitely
question
didn't
will
catch
only
that.
be for you in a given round.
Okay. Okay.
But very good
And-
question.
If you
Thank you.
don't get your question, it does go to the next person for half the points.
Mm.
Well,
Oh,
not for the first round, but
so never mind, guys. Shut
yeah, not
up.
for the not in the first round, because it doesn't really work
Okay.
with true false questions. You know the answer if it's not. It's okay. I didn't realize
so
that until
true.
like yesterday. So
Yeah,
you're not that
yeah.
you're not that far behind the 8 ball, Becca.
Thank you.
But anyway, okay.
All right.
So Becca, would you please do the honors of reading contestant number 1, Nan, our first
Mhm.
question?
Of course. So, Nan, this is your true or false question. Think carefully, think smartly, but also think dumb. Your question is, in the first episode, Quinn describes Becca's clothing style and academically assigns it to the aesthetic named Y2K. True or false?
True.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Unfortunately, Nan, that is incorrect.
I said false. Did you not hear me? I said false. Guys, I'm sorry, I panicked.
All right.
Well,
all right.
that's quite a way to start off the game, Nan. But
Yeah,
oh my God, Nan
it
has
is
her
a tricky
heads in her
question.
hands.
Oh no, her head's in her
Oh my
hands.
gosh.
My head
Head's
is
her
in my
hands.
hands.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was a tough one. The correct answer is actually McBling,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Yeah.
not Y2K, even though
Yeah.
commonly confused.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so, yeah. Wow. Wasn't expecting the first question.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
Be such
That
was
all
a
right.
tough one.
So
Well,
we will now
Quinn.
move to Lauren Taylor, contestant number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So Lauren, in the second episode, Becca and Quinn discuss how most families fit into the binary of either being a throw-up family or a poop family. True or false? Quinn claims to be from a poop family. Oh my gosh. What?
I think she's cheating.
Wait, guys.
True.
And that is correct, Lauren. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Congrats.
First contestant on the board. Only took 2 questions. So that's not that bad when you think about it. And so yeah. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. Okay.
All right.
Almost the end of the first round. Hard to believe it.
Goes so fast.
I know, right?
Okay. So, last question of the round to Miss Molly.
I'm ready.
Your question is, in the 3rd episode, Becca and Quinn established a cornerstone of the MPJ cinematic universe, the Stan List. True or false? Uncut Gems actress Julia Fox was the first entry to the Stan List.
True.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Unfortunately, Molly, that is incorrect.
Contrary to popular belief, Julia Fox is actually number 2 on our Stan List,
Mhm.
only behind Cold Brew.
Cold brew.
Oh,
Wow. Wow.
Right. Good game.
So,
Good game.
yeah. Yeah. And so after this first round, Becca, I'm surprised.
I'm a little shocked.
I'm a little shocked and surprised a little bit. But so Lauren Taylor takes a commanding lead with 2 points to Molly and Nan's 0.
Yeah.
So how's everybody feeling after first round?
I'm feeling like the questions are good. And I know all of them, but they're too specific. I don't know the answers. I know the content behind them.
Mhm.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
very specific. And
Criticizing the game makers,
I
Hunger
commend-
Games vibes.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm
Interesting.
scared a little.
This
Scared.
is the MPJ Hunger Games, if you think about it, really.
Yeah, obviously.
It's high
Very
stakes.
clear to me.
And so
Well,
yeah,
I think
Lauren,
it might get easier from here on out because
Mhm.
true or false is tough because,
Yeah.
50% wrong, 50% right.
Mhm. Lauren, how are you feeling as the commanding leader?
I'm feeling really great.
Okay.
I think it's a well-deserved lead.
Yeah. Oh,
I think it's clear who listens to the podcast for background and who listens for content. So
Wow.
I'm
Oh,
interested to
wow.
see how the next couple rounds go.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
I love it. I
Wow,
love it. Keep
this.
that.
Okay, cool. Wow.
Keep that intensity, everyone.
As Becca alluded to, everything will change a little bit in round 2. Because in the first round, you might remember, because it was mere seconds ago, but questions were only worth 2 points in the first round. In the second round, they're worth 4. And if someone gets a question wrong, as there is a lot of evidence that someone might in this round, the question will go along down the lane to the next contestant in the order. So if, let's say, I don't want to put any bad juju out, but like contestant number 1 gets an answer wrong, then it will slide down to contestant number 2, and contestant number 2 will be able to answer the question for half points. And then it will slide along down the lane to contestant number 3, who will be able to answer it for 1 point, since it is, you know, a multiple choice question. And you'll have kind of more choices kind of mixed out by that point. And so, yeah, is everybody ready for our second round?
Yes, chef.
Okay, so Nan. Nan, tell us a little bit about where you're coming from. Tell us a little bit about you. What do you want the listeners to know about you today? Before we get into the question.
My name is Nan. As
Okay.
Quinn mentioned earlier in my little introduction, I've been a part of the MPJ universe for longer than almost every single listener, because famously, I was there to, you know, write some music that you might be familiar with.
Yeah.
And yeah, just a little bit about me is I love to do music. I love to do it a lot. So that's me.
Oh,
You're a little more apprehensive than usual, Nan, I would say. I can feel the
one
fear.
One thing about me is, if I may just say that one thing about me is that I am a little bit fearful at the moment.
Okay.
Because this means a lot to me. I've been waiting for this moment for approximately my entire life.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's high stakes.
It's finally here.
It's high stakes, and we understand that.
It's high stakes.
Wow.
And I'm sweating a little bit, and I just
wow. That actually means a lot to me. I've never seen you sweat.
The emotion is palpable.
I don't think I don't show my nerves in front of you guys because famously I don't.
Okay.
So that just shows you how much this means to me.
Wow.
Well,
it's beautiful.
You know, moving right along. We now have multiple choice. So Nan,
yes.
In the 4th episode of MPJ, Becca and Quinn explored each other's astrological placements. Becca was particularly intrigued by Quinn's Venus placement. Is Quinn's natal Venus in A, Sagittarius, B, Aquarius, C, Gemini, or D, Capricorn?
She's thinking hard.
Yes, thinking very hard. Okay.
One thing about me is I think I'm gonna go Gemini.
Okay, so Nan has selected C, Gemini. Nan, unfortunately, that is incorrect. I do have a lot of Gemini placements. Venus is not one of them. Wow. So now
shocking.
We will have to move to Lauren per the rules of the game. So Lauren, to you, the same question. I will remind you of your choices. So since Nan eliminated Gemini, you now have A, Sagittarius, B, Aquarius, or D, Capricorn.
I'm gonna have to go with A, Sagittarius. And by A, I actually I'm gonna lock it in.
Okay. Because there was a whole rules thing that I would have to get into that I really wanted to avoid with that. And so yeah,
thank God.
Unfortunately for you, Lauren, that is also incorrect. So now we go to Miss Twigtown USA 2019 title holder, Molly Twig. So Molly, you are now playing for 1 point with this question, and you have a 50-50 shot at getting on the board. So, is my natal Venus in B, Aquarius, or D, Capricorn?
I'm pretty confident on this, so if I'm wrong, I'm going to be really embarrassed. But I'm going to say B, Aquarius.
You're on the board, Molly Twig.
And just like that.
And just like that. And just
congratulations.
Like that,
oh my gosh, you guys.
Molly is on the board. Oh my goodness.
Seems like she needed that.
She needed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yes.
And Nan appears to be suffering more than ever. We only wish her good luck from here on out.
Yes, there's still a lot of time. There's a lot of time.
Good game.
There's a lot of time, and there's twists abounding. And so yeah. So we now move to contestant number 2, Lauren. Lauren, tell us a little bit about what you're up to, where you're approaching us from today.
Yeah.
As always, I'm in a really good place.
Okay.
Physically, I'm in my childhood bedroom.
Okay.
Okay.
Fraught.
Mentally, I'm doing a lot better than that.
Okay. That's good. Good.
That's so good.
And you're in the lead of the game right now. And so, that's really showing. And you have the chance to expand that lead with this next question. So, Becca, what is Lauren's question for round 2?
So, Lauren, in the 5th episode, Quinn and Becca foray into their first 2 years of high school and discuss their first encounters with theater. What show did Quinn assistant direct that he announced as his directorial debut? A. Einstein at Studio 54. B. Dali at the Eiffel Tower. C. Picasso at the Le Pinagile. Or D. Jughead at the White Worm.
May you repeat A and B, please?
Of course. A is Einstein at Studio 54. B is Dali at the Eiffel Tower.
I'm gonna have to go with A.
Einstein at Studio 54. Wow. Okay.
Wow. Okay. So no. Nope. That's all I can say. Unfortunately, that is
incorrect. But per the rules of the game, we are now getting to Ms. Twigtown, who, might be able to tie Lauren's score here. Well, actually surpass Lauren because she's playing for 2 points.
Whoa.
All
right. So Molly, you are between B, Dali at the Eiffel Tower, C, Picasso at the Le Pinagile, and D, Jughead at the White Worm.
D.
She thought she ate that.
I think you should get points taken off for that one.
Guys, what? Molly?
No, because I was thinking, is this an unfair question because there are basically only 3 choices because no one would pick D, but
I don't know any of these plays.
Oh wow.
The last one's fake. I know now.
Jughead is a character in Riverdale, and White Worm is.
Oh my god.
I totally thought that one was a fluke. Like I thought. Okay,
Ooh.
So.
Oh wow.
Geez.
Oh
boy.
So round two is turning out to be an absolute bloodbath.
We could have never foreseen this.
Literally.
I don't know what your little private school did.
My private school is actually quite large, 1,100 students.
You're
Maybe.
Big private school.
So let's check the record. Anyway,
Wow.
JK,
okay,
Molly.
well that.
But yeah.
After
For
that,
the rules of the game,
it goes to Nan, who you can choose between Dali at the Eiffel Tower and Picasso at the Le Pinagile.
I'm gonna go with Picasso.
And just like
that,
everyone's on the board.
She's
Did
on
I
the
not
board.
know that?
Rock on.
You got it.
Yeah,
man.
the Picasso one's the only real play.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot believe you guys said Einstein at Studio 54 and Jughead at the White Worm.
Well, to be fair, Einstein is involved in Picasso at the Le Pinagile. He is a major character in that play. So maybe they thought they heard that. Jughead at White Worm, I really don't know how to justify that. But with that being said, we now move down to Molly Twig. who, still has a question to answer. Not at all a bad position to be in the game, because she did famously steal a point from Nan's question. So Molly, I hear you're on vacation this week. From your work. Well, you're on a little break.
I am
work.
on vacation because they're on vacation.
Yes.
Oh.
So what do you do for work?
I nanny two little children.
Two?
Yeah.
One baby, so
one
child.
Right.
One baby, one child.
Mm-hmm.
Barely counts.
I do.
So,
Sorry.
Again,
There's a
dog pile on Molly Twig.
It's the baby.
They love
community.
the pod. They love the pod. Seriously,
no.
I'd be driving, picking them up from daycare.
Molly has disclosed to us that she plays the pod for the kids, and I was like, "That's crazy, actually."
Wow.
Are
we
not really the 5-year-old, but like,
okay.
I don't know.
The little one, she won't know.
She kicks her feet sometimes when Quinn talks, so I don't know what that's about.
That's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Molly, for the final question of our second round. In the 6th episode, Becca and Quinn shared a timeline of the latter half of their high school careers. Becca shared a story about Mr. Shaw, her AP environmental science teacher, who tracked his own waste for the sake of a lab. According to Becca, how much waste did Mr. Shaw report? Is it A, 3 cups of and 1 plate of you know what? B, 2.5 cups of and 2 plates of you know what? C, 1 cup of and half a plate of you know what? Or D, 2 cups and half a plate of you know what?
Can you repeat A and B? Sorry.
First. A was 3 cups of and 1 plate of you know what, and B was 2.5 cups and 2 plates of you know what.
Can I be annoying?
Yes.
Can I be annoying? Can you do C and D?
C and D. 1 cup of and half a plate of you know what, or 2 cups of and half a plate of you know what.
I'm gonna do C.
And unfortunately, Molly, that is incorrect.
It's just not right.
It's not.
It's just not right.
Not how much waste Mr. Shaw produced in the moment. So that was a great effort. But per the rules of the game, we now whisper down the lane to Nandita. And so Nan, you now have the choice of 3 cups of, well, they're all you know what. So is it 3 cups of and 1 plate of, 2.5 cups of and 2 plates of, or 2 cups and half a plate of?
I'm feeling A on this one.
Well, you felt wrong because A is incorrect.
It's D. It's D. Is it D? It's D.
Wow. And immediately, Lauren Taylor is coming from downtown.
For the points. Wow.
To get the points.
Pointer.
She got them.
To get the point, and she has gotten them. It is D. It is
in the title.
Yeah.
It really was.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Lauren. She obviously studied up. It's undeniable at this point.
It was a really hard story to forget.
Yeah. And the score is bearing that out at the moment. So to say where we stand at the end of round 2, we have Nan and Molly tied with a score of 1.
Wow.
And then we have Lauren still in the lead with a score of 3.
Anyone's game. Good answer.
Still
Good
anyone's
answer.
game, especially considering the amount of points we have up for grabs this next round.
Yes.
So what are general sentiments? How's everybody feeling as we move into this penultimate round of the game?
I'm feeling ashamed of myself.
Me too.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
I really am.
Well, I'm not going to speak on whether you should or not.
Oh my goodness.
But I am sorry to say that. You feel that way.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm having fun nonetheless.
Good.
Okay, yeah, and that's what it's about.
Yeah. Have a ball.
Okay. So now it's coming down to our third round. And of course, another round means a new question format. So for this round, it's free answer.
Whoa.
You have to reach in the recesses of your mind to try to find the answers to these questions. However, that's a harder question format. And so we're going to give you a little bit more points. So this round will be worth 8 points apiece for a correct question. 4 if you're the second person to answer, and 2 if you're the third person to answer. So a lot of room to, forge your way in this game still. So all hope is not yet lost. But with that being said, we pick up with contestant number 1, Nan.
Nan. Your question this round is, in the 7th episode, Becca and Quinn explore the media that shaped who they are. Name one of Becca's favorite movies that Quinn has not seen. Again, just to spill, to fill dead air. Man is thinking hard right now.
Literally. And we will need an answer, Nan.
Yep. Got it.
Okay, and what would that answer be?
Yeah, got it. I'm gonna say it. And I will
Okay,
say
cool.
it right now. And I'm gonna say it right now.
Okay.
Right, yeah, I'm about to say it right now.
Nan, I almost feel like you're stalling.
Nope.
But I don't think you would do
Weird.
that kind of thing
No, I don't know what that
on
means.
Becca and I's program.
You
Oh,
know,
God, no.
that would be weird. That would be strange.
Yeah, that would be a little strange.
Miss Congeniality.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's actually fascinating because that's actually a movie I've never seen.
So you were half right, Nan, in that I have never seen that film as well. But unfortunately, since it is not Becca's favorite, that is not one of the acceptable
That
answers
did not count right
for
now.
the category.
Yeah. So rock on, nice try. But we will have to move to Lauren,
Literally,
who
yeah.
could steal this for 4 points if she's so interested.
Legally Blonde.
Lauren, I'm a little offended.
Wow.
You think I haven't seen Legally Blonde the movie?
Legally Blonde.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys.
So unfortunately, that is also incorrect. And so it all comes down to Molly, at least for this
I think I know
exact
it.
question.
I think I know.
Okay, Molly.
Right.
Was it something called something like The Willow?
Quinn. I think we can count that.
Yes, I do remember you
Yeah.
talking about that.
It's called Willow,
It was not one of the movies I had written down, but
but
Molly
Quinn has not seen
did.
it.
2
and no
points.
one else has seen it. So
Yeah.
good job, Molly.
Shout out. I only remembered it because my best friend from home, her name's Willow.
Oh, how sweet.
Word.
Shout out to
Okay.
her.
That's
Wow.
very nice.
Okay. So with that, things get a little interesting as Molly ascends to the 3 Points Club with Miss Lauren Taylor.
Wow.
However, Lauren, you now have the chance to have your next question. So, Lauren, your third round question is, in the 8th episode, Becca and Quinn reminisce on several vacations they have both been on. One of the memories Becca shared involved her cousin, Ryan, headbutting her stomach so hard she proceeded to throw up. Where did she throw up?
This was, I believe, in North Carolina, the beaches of North Carolina.
So I didn't realize as I was reading that question is that I was not specific enough for the answer I was looking for.
Do you
Lauren,
want to go?
Lauren, I think you will get the points, but do you know where in like the house area?
Oh, in the pool.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's the answer you're looking for.
And you did get the state correct as well.
Yeah.
So, Lauren, way to get it.
Yeah,
That was
Lauren's
awesome.
flexing on the girls. And so with that, Lauren takes a commanding lead with 11 points.
Wow.
But we do have somebody who was tied with Lauren prior to that question who could easily be tied again.
Mm-hmm.
And
so, Nandita, there's still spice for you to come back. Don't worry, okay?
I actually don't know if there is. Anyway, wait, actually there is. Yeah, actually there is.
You could.
So you just have to pray on your friend Molly to flop here. Anyway, so Molly, we will now have Becca read your third round question.
Oh. Oh, that's me. Sorry. Okay.
That is you, Becca.
So, Molly, in the 9th episode, Becca and Quinn introduce audiences everywhere to the Stan List's evil little sister, the problematic Faves. Which deep cut from Taylor Swift's discography occupies the 7th position on the list?
Better than revenge.
Wow. Wow. And so with that, Molly Twig slides into a commanding lead. Wow, a commanding tied lead with Lauren Taylor at 11 points apiece.
2 commanders.
And wow. Okay. And so that's the end of our third round. And so where things are standing right now, we have Lauren and Molly at 11 points apiece, a tied game, a jump ball, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have Nan at 1 point.
Man, it's okay.
But it's okay.
And sometimes nerves get the better of people.
Literally. Yeah,
and they have to take a nap and they come back stronger.
Yeah, exactly.
This will not be the last
Nan.
game we play. And it will be not the last time that we talk to you, I think. So I think.
However, Nan, there is still a big chance for you to come back. All hope is not yet lost.
All right.
Because we now move into what we are calling Final Jump Scare. And so you will each be asked one final question in this round. Now, as you have noticed throughout this game, or you might not have noticed, Becca and I have been going in order through our episodes. We started with our first episode, and we just asked about our 9th episode. So our last question will be about our 10th episode. And so that is your hint, your first hint, which will be very helpful because before I ask the question, you ladies have a decision to make.
Dun, dun, dun.
You all have a certain amount of points. Lauren and Molly, 11. Nan, 1. And now it is your decision how many of those points you would like to wager. So, via a private message to me, you will send me a number, and that will be your wager. Now, if you get the question right, you will earn those points. You will earn double those points. Yeah. I think, yeah.
You will earn that amount of points to your score.
Yes,
score.
You will earn that amount of points to your it's double, right?
No, because the most you can do is double your existing score, which you would have to wager your entire score. So it's just, and then it just adds it. But you're not gonna, if they wager 2, you won't add 4 to their score.
I think that is how Double Jeopardy works, though, right? No, that's how Final Jeopardy works, though, right?
No, you get what you wagered.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. So that amount of points that you wager will then be added to your final score or subtracted from your final score. Oh my gosh, we have wagers coming in already. Oh, wow.
Oh,
wow.
Fast.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So it will be about our 10th episode of the show. So going into this final round, how's everyone feeling? It looks tense in the room, I will say.
A lot of people
I don't think I've ever
scared.
felt this nervous for anything in my entire life. And I don't think I've lived up to what I stated at the beginning of this video. So I just want to apologize to nobody, because it's anyone's game.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
So true.
Great optimism there, Nan.
Great optimism there, Nan. And everybody will be walking home with a prize today. That's what I'll say.
Everybody will be walking home, period.
Everyone will be walking home because we can't pay for car services. And so we did talk about how we had to pay for Zoom last week. And so that's still hurting the books a little bit. But anyway, Molly, Lauren, as the leaders before this round, air quotes, I will put around those because, anything could happen.
Who's to say?
Literally. How are we feeling? You have the most to lose, but also arguably the most to gain.
Yeah.
Feeling okay, pretty good. I mean, obviously, since the 10th episode was the most recent episode, it's the most fresh.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Never been great at math. So I'm not, actually that's not true. I've recently.
So she lied.
So she lied several times.
So she lied.
I've recently not been good at math. And so it's a lot to think about odds and wagers. And,
you find that stressful.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hope, someone's looking out for me during this round.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Calling upon God is honestly a new strategy we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Except for maybe from Nan, who has actually been praying a few times. I've seen it.
A faithful appearance. But yeah.
But it's good to know, Lauren, you will never be a gambler.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a comforting thought. Have that. Keep that.
Okay. So for this last round, it will be very helpful, or it might be helpful if you have something to write with. So like if you have a piece of paper, a pencil, or even on your device, but don't be cheating. You will only have 1 minute to complete this. So yeah. Is everyone ready for the reading of the final question?
Yes.
Okay. Without further ado, our final jump scare for perhaps all the marbles. In our most previous episode, Quinn and Becca bravely discussed their pet peeves. Both Quinn and Becca agreed that they liked a moderate amount of mess and don't like when things are overly clean or sterile. What did the thought of an overly sterile environment cause Becca to ask? I will give you a hint, because I am benevolent, if nothing else. Directly after Becca said this, she had to apologize to the community of people who live with asses that must be wiped. So what did Becca say? Becca, they are writing furiously.
Some are actually staring into space and staring at us. That I'm finding a little uncomfortable. I wish for them to look down and think about the prompt
that they've been given.
So diligently.
And so Becca and I, when we were formulating these questions, we knew this one was a little bit of a toughie. We didn't know that there would be as much struggle with some of the other questions. That was a little surprising to us as we moved through the course of the game.
Yeah.
But so Becca, what would you say about each of the contestants right now? How would you kind of because they're not listening, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I find them to be I appreciate all of their efforts. Despite how many efforts maybe have been missed.
Yeah. And I think when we look at like Lauren's game versus like Molly's game, it's interesting because Lauren has been on kind of this like steady incline, you know.
Yeah, and Molly's been like zigzagging.
Dipping at some points, and like that Lauren and Maggie are.
Oh God.
Oh my God. I meant Molly.
Wait, Quinn,
I meant Molly.
I thought you said they couldn't hear us.
Anyway, but Molly Twig has been kind of like
Okay, this is a great time to bring up Quinn always saying everyone's name wrong. One time just looked at me. What'd you call me? You just said
Becky.
You looked at me and called me Becky.
Oh my God. I do struggle with names a little bit. I do struggle with names. I do have to say it. Okay. Really well, now you've all had ample time to come up with an answer. So like we always do, we're going to contestant number 1 first, Ms. Nan. And so Nan, wow. You bet it all on this question. you bet everything you have on this one question. So wow, you wagered 1 whole point. So you're either walking away as a 2-point diva or a 0-point flop. And so Nan, please read out your answer.
In fact, with me, I can't read.
I'm scared. I don't know what was that. I'm so sorry. All please forgive me.
The latter half was a statement for you guys.
Okay. So, Nan, unfortunately, that wasn't what we were looking for.
Yeah.
And so you will leave the game with 0 points. But Nan, how would you like to be remembered in this game? What do you want your legacy to be to the listeners?
That you should never be cocky, okay, guys? This was just all a lesson for the listeners.
Oh wow.
It's not reflective of my personal beliefs. I'm just doing it for the youth of America.
Oh wow.
And to teach them a lesson, because that's what I'm all about, teaching.
So you're making a martyr out of yourself.
Yes.
Wow, and that's brave.
So brave. So brave.
If
so
there's one thing about me,
apology.
If it's one thing about me, is everyone looks up to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is hard because you're very small as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Well,
really brave.
Or at least I've heard that about you. I've never actually met you in real life. Anyway, but so Nan, you are now at 0 points.
Thank you.
And so yeah, but we now move along to Miss Lauren Taylor, our second contestant number 2. Now Lauren played this game a little bit more conservatively than Nan, I would say, throughout. And especially that's borne out in the wagers. So Lauren, you wagered 5 points.
I did.
And half.
Yes. And so, Lauren, would you do us the courtesy of reading out your answer?
Now, I hear Becca saying this. I try to put myself in the moment. And I wrote, can I even wipe my ass here?
Oh, wow, Lauren. And just like that. 16 points. Lauren Taylor sits at. That is exactly what we were looking for. And wow, so it all comes down to this, the thrilling conclusion of this game. Wow. So, Molly landed somewhere between our prior 2 contestants in terms of wagering. Molly wagered 10 points. So,
whoa.
If Molly gets this question right, she is the victor. If she gets it wrong, well, I think we all know what happens then. But she'll still be in second place. Let's just say that. But anyway, so Molly, the whole game has been leading to this point. Please read us your answer.
I had the correct answers. A variation, maybe even
Where are you ever
even
going to wipe your ass?
Unfortunately, Molly, we cannot accept that. And so that will take you down to 1 point, meaning with a score of 16, beating her next nearest competitor by 15 points. We have Miss Lauren Taylor.
Ooh.
She is the winner of our first ever Manic Pixie Jump Scare trivia contest and will be our first guest on this podcast.
Yay!
Oh my goodness. Okay, Lauren, what are our thoughts? What are we thinking?
I always thought I could add so much to your podcast. So when I heard that the winner would be a guest on your podcast, I was like, it would be wrong for me not to win. It would be wrong for me not to win.
Wow.
I live, breathe, and have a plate of this podcast.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you do.
And
I'm just so honored.
Yes. Yeah.
Congrats.
Wow. Okay. Wow. A true hero's journey we've been on.
It was moving.
And so I do want to spend a little bit of time on Miss Molly Twig. So Molly, how are we feeling? You were close?
Close, not good enough.
Oh,
but
I mean, you said it.
It's a very
we don't have to.
It's a very deserving win. It's a very deserving win.
Okay.
The three of you are going to collaborate beautifully.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Well, that is our game for today. Went amazingly well. I want to thank you all so much for coming on our little show. And as I said, nobody's going home empty-handed tonight. Because Becca and I would like to cordially invite all of you to stay on and finish out the show with us.
Woo!
Join us for our weekly segments.
Do you accept?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. And so that was our game. And so Becca and I will be back with our contestants to do our segments.
Woo!
I'm scared.
Oh my God. We're back.
Whoa.
With 2.5 times the fun.
Yeah.
Good
way to put that.
A little quick maths. Yeah.
Quick bus. Very nice. Literally. So obviously we're all exhausted from that really intense game we just played.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe to boost morale a little bit, we are going to do our weekly segment of jump scares and manic pixie moments. So we'll start with jump scares and just go around the room. So this is anything maybe that bothered you, scared you, made you fearful, made you shake in your boots this past week.
Yeah.
So I'd like to start actually. Oh, Quinn, were you going to add something?
I can start, but if you want to start with someone specific, then.
I was going to go around with the contestants and then come back to you, Quinn.
Okay, work.
But it seems like a lot of the contestants are thinking right now. So maybe I will send it to you, Quinn, to set up what a jump scare is.
Okay, cool. My jump scare this week is that a couple days ago and over the past few days, discluding today, I had a little torrid relationship with an app called Candy Crush. I was in my Candy Crush era for a couple of days. For whatever reason, I started playing Candy Crush. I kind of blame Big Brother because I watch Big Brother in the summers and it's at least good for now. And so I'll keep watching it. But the episodes are, I once heard somebody say they make them for people at retirement homes because like, it's just constantly reminding you of everything that's happened already. And so there's not a lot to like, actually go over and stuff. But anyway, so sometimes I do want something to do with my hands while I'm watching. And so something I turn to, Candy Crush.
Mm-hmm.
Something about Candy Crush, though, is that it is very addictive to me, at least. There are bright colors. It affirms you a lot. And so I started playing a lot of Candy Crush. I probably, in the 5-day period I was back on the app, I probably played about 100 to 150 levels. And yes, last night after I looked up and I realized I'd been playing it for about 40 minutes. And so the app crashed. And so I was like, let me go to my screen time and see how much Candy Crush I played today. And it was close to 2.5 hours for the day. And so after I saw that, I decided I didn't need to remove the app from my phone. And so, that's truly scary how much time I spent on that app in just the past couple of days.
Wow. Well, I think Julia Cameron would be proud of you for deleting it.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so that's my jump scare for this week.
Thanks for sharing, Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
So I will give it to our first contestant, Nan, to share a jump scare of the week. Anything scaring you now, Nan?
One thing about me is famously later this week I will be taking a trip to the West Coast. And
really?
another thing about me, when it comes to flying, sometimes I don't know that much, because in the past when I go on trips, I don't pay attention. I'll just be walking around and my parents will yell at me because I'm not helping or I'm just wandering off. So I don't know what anything means or how to do anything. So I was a little bit frightened as I tried to do some research and figure out how to fly and how to walk into an airport and do things as a famously recent 21-year-old. But I think I figured it out.
Work.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just to make this clear, you are flying alone?
No, famously.
Oh.
So you will have a support system with you.
I will. My support system probably has a little less knowledge than I do.
Yeah.
Is it Molly?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little trip.
Yeah. A little girls trip.
Yeah.
A little bestie trip. So Molly, you are not a frequent flyer, you would say?
Same deal.
Oh, okay.
Get to the airport, my dad handles it.
Okay, work.
Which I need to learn. I just want to learn and know how to do it.
Yeah, and everything's learning experience.
I will say that also there are signs everywhere that tell you where to go, what to do next. So I feel as though you guys will be fine. If I had to hazard a guess.
I think we're hazarding 3 guests right now.
Yeah. Not officially though.
Not officially.
Contestants. Wow. Well, that is a little scary, Nan. I wish you luck.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. With that, I will toss it to contestant number 2, Lauren. Anything scaring you?
Yeah, I kind of thought this would happen, so I did write it down on a sticky note.
Wow.
Lauren, oh my God, Lauren came prepared.
So prepared.
Lauren came prepared for this whole thing.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And I cheated several times. Just kidding.
Good.
Just kidding. Maybe next time.
Whoa.
So this past weekend, something really funny is that my old lease ends on the 1st and my new lease doesn't start till the 16th. So I had to move all of my stuff into a storage locker. And the biggest jump scare is I did succeed, but it took me 30 minutes to shove a mattress into my car. No one tells you this, but they don't fit. Mattresses don't fit in cars. And the whole experience, my boyfriend's famously at camp. So didn't have his help.
Wow.
So that was kind of a jump scare.
Yeah, moving is something that is intimately
terrible,
like connected to me right now because I'm gonna have to be doing it soon. So not something I really want to think about. Anyway.
Yeah.
But Lauren, we thank you for sharing that, and we stand with you ultimately.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Brave. All right. And then third contestant, Molly, anything scaring you, maybe separate from the flying?
Yes. So something actually scary happened today. And it happened and I was like, this would happen the day I'm going on Manic Pixie jump scare. And what happened was I was in the South Side Starbucks where Becca didn't work.
Yeah.
And I was there, just taking a little break. And this man comes in following this teenage girl with a large, like, I don't want to call it a stick, but it looked like a lever. It looked like one of those things that you kind of like, you like hoist yourself. What's the thing in trap?
Javelin.
Yes.
Oh, javelin.
A javelin.
Yeah. And yeah, I could not.
She was doing this.
She's gonna hoist yourself up on.
I thought she meant like hoist yourself and like, but she did. But then she did that. Something about me. I'm visual. I'm a visual person.
I thought you said a whore.
Oh.
We're talking about a lot of people in this space, anyway.
Yeah, I do be hoisting myself up on.
Can we swear on the pod?
What do you mean? Can you swear on the pod? Yes, we have to earn that explicit rating.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anywho.
So, man following woman in the javelin.
Man following maybe like 20-year-old woman in javelin, and she goes up to the like Starbucks worker and is like, there's like a psychopath behind me, like obviously like freaked out, and I'm standing there. I'm mid-ordering, and this man like looks at her and like she's like giving him the finger, and I'm like, yeah, you should be doing that. And then he says to her, I'm gonna come kill you, and then leaves and sits outside of the Starbucks with the javelin and starts taping it up and tying it together. And then I saw like one of my colleagues in there, and I just like go stand over next to him because I was scared a little bit. And then I left and not ran, but I walked fast. Yeah.
Oh my God. Just another example of the South Side's absolute violence. And this is again separate from the South Side in Riverdale, which Molly does confuse as real life sometimes. But that's actually crazy and so scary. Oh my God. Starbucks.
Yeah. Wow. Oh wow.
Yeah.
The
like
South
why
Side?
Starbucks? I don't know.
The South Side. The South Side's crazy. Did everybody hear about what happened? There's a bar in the South Side called Foxtail, and it is currently announced it was closing down for the foreseeable future a couple of weeks ago because of a video. And in like the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette article about it, it was like, oh, due to a lewd video that was circulated that was like recorded in their establishment. And apparently the video depicts a woman putting a bottle in her vagina. And so they are closing down because of that, among some other incidences and stuff. So
whoa.
So people are doing a lot of stuff in the South Side of Pittsburgh.
Have you guys seen the video?
I really wanted to see the video. I know people who have seen the video. I've not seen it myself yet.
That's crazy.
We'll post
it wasn't me, guys.
It wasn't Becca, and it wasn't. And I know, like the Gazette reached out to me and asked me, and it's not me, unfortunately. It does sound like something I would do,
especially during cancer season.
I was somewhere, especially, and so yeah. But anyway, Becca,
scary.
What is your jump scare for this week?
So we talked today about my cousin Ryan, who sometimes also does inflict violence upon me. This time it was more of a passive aggressive thing because he's actually back in town and I didn't find out until today. So imagine Frankie Grande went to Ariana Grande's house and never let her know. To me, it's rude. To me, it's not nice. And to me, it's a betrayal. So I'm hurting right now.
Wait, so he came to your house without telling you and he like didn't see you or?
No, he did not come to my house. It was just the metaphor I used.
Oh, yeah. So he was in
but he's in my
Allentown, but he didn't tell
hometown.
you.
He's in my
Okay.
hometown. He's at his house.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. It just is crazy to me because he's been gone for months now.
Mm-hmm. Doing what?
Being a vet.
Oh, being a vet?
Being a vet's assistant in Rochester, New York.
Oh.
Because he's actually a trailblazer in the deaf vet community.
Oh.
And so he was studying under another deaf vet.
Her.
And there's a lot of those in New York. So rock on to him and that. But yeah. Oh, and then quickly, I love you and sign. So close to rock on, guys.
Yeah.
So thanks.
A thumb between rocking and loving. So you can say peace, love, rock and roll.
Yes.
And yeah.
And with that, and just like that, let's maybe turn to the positive because with every flop there is a sleigh, and something we've always recognized, especially on this podcast.
Yeah.
So we're going to share our manic pixie moments. This is anything that made us feel like, yeah, we're doing it. Yeah, we're happy. Yeah, I could live like this with the wind blowing and my top.
What? Oh my god.
Something landed with Becca.
Something landed. Becca. Oh my gosh, Becca is like uncontrollably laughing right now.
I am crying. There's a tear rolling down my cheek.
Oh my gosh.
Because in that riff, I was improvising, so I was going a little crazy. I did almost say the wind flowing and my top off. And I don't know, that visual just made me laugh really hard. So.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
I am in shambles.
Oh.
God. And I will let me pass it to Quinn to share. Thanks, Nan, for that emoji. That's helpful. I will pass it to Quinn for your manic pixie moment of the week.
Oh, well, my manic pixie moment for this week just might. I kind of already shared when I was in the closet at work dancing to Beyonce, so we'll pass that one on. We'll pass that one. Well, yeah,
they look really confused.
Yeah, so I was in the closet at work dancing to Beyonce, but you know, you'll hear about that when you listen to the episode back. But anyway, my manic pixie moment for this week would probably just be that, you know, when like you're kind of hedging your expectations about something and then you kind of like exceed that and you're like, slay and serve to me, actually. And so I had that moment very much the other day. I am hint working on writing some things right now for a yet to be publicized project. And so yeah, I was working on that yesterday and I got a lot done on it, and I'm feeling better about, you know, the timeline involved with the project and stuff. I can't talk about it just yet. But just big things coming. And so yeah, that's my manic pixie moment of the week. I was in a coffee shop, the very coffee shop where Becca used to work, I will say. And I was like,
whoa.
Yeah, I returned to the scene of the crime. And I was
Can you tell me, was George there?
I do not think George was there.
All right.
Nobody who looks like a George was working there, which I know is profiling, sorry. But anyway. Wow. Yeah. The Roots lady was there.
Her.
Yeah, the woman who works at Roots, yeah.
Love it.
She did come
wears
in.
A nice hat.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Love her.
She did have the hat on as well.
Yeah, I bet.
But yeah, that's my manic pixie moment.
Well, that's exciting, even though it's so vague, but I'm very excited for you.
But
I trust
will
you.
Be revealed.
Whoa.
In time.
Wow. Thanks, Quinn.
Well, one thing about me is I know Molly just got butterflies from that.
ASMR.
Oh my gosh.
No, because
Molly, put any bottles near you down. Sorry to get violent. Sorry. Guys. Whoa. All right.
Guys, I'm scared.
And just like that, I guess we move to Nan, contestant number 1, to share your manic pixie moment. Sorry.
I would say that I'm a little bit of a busy individual. Like to be busy at all times and like doing a million things at all times. And most recently, I just finished working on my first. I guess it's like my first professional show, but my first time getting paid for performing.
Yes.
And it was
That's
kind
so
of a
exciting.
sleigh.
I bet.
Yes, it was a sleigh. I can confirm.
We're so proud of you.
Mm-hmm. Making money, and so yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, and just like that, we move to contestant number 2, Lauren, to share your manic pixie moment of the week.
Well, what I wrote down was today I was babysitting the 2 kids I work for, and they got me a babysitter pool pass to take them to the pool. And something that the audio listeners don't see right now is how exceedingly beautiful I am. So I was at the pool in all my glory in my new bathing suit reading a book. And I straight out of a movie, I think they thought I was Megan Fox. What is Megan Fox doing at the local pool?
Literally.
These 2 boys. So, but how could I not say that winning the contest wasn't my manic pixie?
And you're so right about that.
Yep.
And you're right to correct course before it's too late.
Yeah.
Like you did try to do in the game, but luckily you didn't pull through with, because it would have opened up a can of worms for the rules committee. But yeah. Oh my God, Lauren, thank you so much.
Yeah. It's awesome. And you are very beautiful. So
yeah.
Actually, I would argue that everyone here is, because MPJ listeners can't be ugly. That is also
it's against the rules, actually.
So yeah, the committee.
And if you were ugly
really
before, the podcast is transformative.
Yeah. So you're here. You're beautiful.
Precisely. Yeah.
And with that, beauty number 3. What is your manic pixie moment of the week?
My manic pixie moment is recently I have been having some serious core problems, but I've been in the mini of Pittsburgh shop like 7 times over the past week and a half, just because they keep not doing what they're supposed to be. And they called me up and they're like, it's going to be $200. And then I go in and maybe it was my charm, maybe it was my beauty, free. And I just left.
Oh, we love to hear that.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't understand.
They like needed to order a part for my car. But since maybe it was because I'd been there so many times earlier the week and they felt bad, but I'm going to say it was because of my charm.
Oh, I see.
So they didn't make me pay the $200 that they told me I needed to pay.
Oh my God. Congrats, Molly.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
Amazing. We love that, especially when it comes to cars.
Yeah.
And so, Becca, what was your manic pixie moment this week?
So mine was actually what I would call a gift from the universe. I was at work the other day and me and my coworker were talking about astrology, and boom, someone was eavesdropping. It was a customer. She was like, if you like astrology, you would love this book called The 4 Agreements.
Oh yeah.
And I had never heard of it. You've heard of it, Quinn?
Yeah.
Okay, I had never heard of it. And she was like, you got to pick one up. They sell it at Five Below, which is right next to Ulta. And I was like, oh, okay. It's a nice area, but we have a really nice Five Below, guys.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, slay. And then I was like, okay. She walked away. Didn't think anything of it. I went on my break. When I came back from my break, my coworker was like, hey, a woman left a book for you. She wants you to have it. And I was like, OMG. And what do I see but the 4 agreements? She left it for me. And she said, and my coworker asked her if she wanted to like bring me back from my break and like so she could say something to me, but she just left it like a mysterious little angel. And so now I have the book, and then all my coworkers like, oh my God, I've heard this book is so good. And I was like, I had never heard of it. Now everyone's saying it's the best book ever, and it was just given to me by a rando. How sweet.
This is like the plot of a movie.
Wow. Yeah, exactly.
Like that woman gives witch vibes.
Godmother.
Yeah, she gives witch vibes to me a little bit.
Very much. She was wearing crystals and everything. So yeah.
Yes,
so
there's something magical going on there, actually.
Now I feel like I'm gonna have to read it and then like pass it on in some mystical way as well. Like, keep it with me. Just like wait until I can sense someone needs it.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, love magic, love life.
I have heard about the 4 agreements.
Cool.
And wow. Just like that, the 10th episode special is coming to a close. So we'll do a quick little round robin, let everybody kind of promote things. And so Nandita, our lovely contestant number 1, where can people find you if they would like to keep up with you, if they heard, if they liked your performance in the game?
Hello everyone, I'm Nan. And it would mean a lot to me if you could all follow One Nan Band on Instagram. You can check out my Spotify. You can check out my SoundCloud if you want to. I have a YouTube channel. I post vlogs sometimes because I get bored and I like to document my friends' lives. Said friend, one of them being Quinn Patrick Murphy, whose car did indeed break down, and I did indeed capture it all on film.
Is that public?
Yes.
Really?
Wow.
No.
Yeah, I was like, maybe. Oh my gosh.
If it is, I'm sorry, Molly Twig.
That's a crazy story.
That's the one where you didn't talk to me for the day as a social experiment?
Yes.
That was a painful 24
hours. And it brought bad things upon everybody.
And I learned that I'll never be doing that ever again.
Yeah.
Okay. So what?
I said fake laugh Quinn.
Anyway, I'm gonna sidestep that. Going to contestant number 2, our winner, I'll remind everybody. Lauren, where can people keep up with you if they are so inclined?
You can follow me on Instagram at lauren.tiers, TIERS. And you could text me at 21. No. That was a joke. I'm a private person.
Yes. Yeah.
So smart. Stay safe.
And then we move on to Miss Molly Twig, contestant number 3. Molly, where can people keep up with you if they so desire?
Just Insty at molly.twig. And I just want to take this moment to thank both of you so much.
Wow.
It's been a joy and an honor.
Wow.
Listening to your pod, being on the pod.
Thanks, Molly.
Bring me to tears.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. And we want to thank all of you guys very, seriously. Yes. There's been a lot of jests and a lot of jokes throughout the podcast today, as comes with your MPJ episode. But we could not imagine a better 3 people to be taking up this mantle.
Yes.
And who knows, for all the super fans listening at home, maybe this could be you one day. And so start submitting your applications.
We'll make a Google form.
Yeah. Oh my God. We should.
That'd be kind of fun. Yeah.
Well, Quinn, if I am allowed to add this, today's a very special day. Today does indeed mark 11 months of our technically kind of becoming friends. It was on this day, next month, last year, that we had callbacks for the drag seed.
Really? Wow.
That is a day that will live in infamy.
Yes.
Especially Nan and I's callback.
Famously.
Yeah, we will need to do like a drag seed like deep dive.
Yeah.
We will need to discuss it at length.
It's also fateful in some ways because I made the biggest mistake of my life by not casting Molly Twig. Something I will always regret.
But I would say a lot of good came out of it.
Oh my goodness.
That's such an optimistic take and delirious.
Sagittarius, so you know she's an optimist. Anyway.
Yeah, optimist.
And so Becca, where can people keep up with you individually?
Well, of course, I am Becca Hobart on Instagram, Bex Gloss on Twitter and Spotify, and also Where Y'all Go Under World War III on TikTok. You can also follow me anywhere. I don't spook easily, especially in person, so I won't be bothered by you behind me. Just don't maybe carry a javelin. Quinn, where can the people keep up with you individually?
I'm at Quinn P. Murphy on both Instagram and TikTok, and I'm at Quinn P. Murphy _. And you might be able to find me writing in your local coffee shop. But past the hours of 2 p.m. because I truly have an inability to leave my house before that time. So
nice.
And so yeah, right. Becca, where can people keep up with the show?
They can follow Manic Pixie Jumpscare on Instagram and TikTok, and also YouTube, where we post the podcast at large and also exclusive content.
Mm-hmm.
And pleek, email into manicpixiejumpscare@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
We want to hear from you, anything and everything you want to say to us, to the world. Just tell us.
Literally, yeah. We have a very interesting comment corner we're sitting on for next episode. And yeah, now you guys know there's even more chance for audience participation on this show. So if you want to send in like maybe even an audition video.
Yeah, get on our radar.
To show us who you are, to show us what you want to do, and more importantly, what you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this isn't the only time we're going to use this format. Perhaps even I could see in the future a talent show.
Whoa.
Becca and I have also talked about a literary contest for our listeners as well. And so, yeah, as we look to expand the MPJ-CU, you know, we look to our faithful fans to be co-architects with us.
Yes.
You work under us, of course, but, you know, we have a lot of respect for you in our workplace.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. But yeah.
Just like that.
Oh my gosh, wait. Should our guests join in on our little incantation we like to say at the end?
Do you guys know it? This will be the true test. This is worth 15 points as well.
Okay. Well, yes.
Let's do it. All together now.
Right. 3, 2, 1.
We're Quinn.
And
we're Becca. And thank you for listening. Let the choir sing. Let the church say amen.
Goodbye.
Manic Pixie Jumpscare is hosted by Quinn Murphy
and Becca Hobart. Executive produced by Quinn Murphy and Becca Hobart.
Sound and video editing by Quinn Murphy.
Social media management and highlights by Becca Hobart.
And our theme song was written by Quinn Murphy, Becca Hobart, and Nandita Mahesh.